What's up, everybody? It is Matt Modi with OddsJam, and for this video, I got my NBA playoff lock of the day for you. Couple more bad days of these. I might need to change the name to just a good bet, my favorite bet of the day, something like that. I'm 2-3 overall on these locks, getting another L yesterday. I have one today that I really like, so I'm hoping to right the ship here. With these locks, they're only game props, so spread, a game total, something like that. So if you do want my player props, just look at the description of the video. You'll see a link to my player prop bets. Those are, like I said, just a different video. These are specifically game props. And to get started, what I use to find these locks, I use the OddsJam software. So what you see on the screen here is just my home page. All this information comes from the bet tracker, which I'll get into a little bit later. So I'm up over 10.5 grand using OddsJam. I'm up 500 on the week, and that's with a pretty rough day yesterday. So yesterday I was down, you can see that, a little over 180 bucks, but I was up like 6 days in a row prior to that. So a bad day was bound to happen. And I do this, like I said, using the OddsJam software, and what I'm on is the Platinum plan. So if you want to get on the Platinum plan, we like to market it as you can make $2,500 a month on the Platinum plan. Just send us an email. You see the email on the screen here, contact@oddsjam.com. If you send us an email, we'll give you a live one-on-one tutorial about how you can use OddsJam to make $2,500 a month. We'll give you all the steps you need. Some of that, I will say, is detailed in this video. So what I want you to do is like the video, comment your feedback. I love hearing the feedback. And then also, most importantly, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. We have a ton of content coming out. NBA playoffs, MLB, NHL regular season is wrapping up. On top of a bunch of betting educational and betting advice videos as well. So getting on that call, contact@oddsjam.com will be helpful, but subscribing to the OddsJam YouTube channel will be incredibly helpful as well. So please make sure to click that plus button. For these locks of the day, I'll detail exactly why I like them, both for math reasons and for basketball reasons. And just to start off, what I will say is there are positive expected value bets first and foremost. So like I said, you can email contact@oddsjam to get hooked up on the Platinum plan. What you can also do if you're not ready to commit yet is just sign up for a 7-day free trial. You can use the concepts that I talk about in this video, the concepts talked about in other videos on the OddsJam YouTube channel to hopefully start cashing. So like my first week using OddsJam, I was up over 1,100 in my first 3 weeks. So that's all from the OddsJam, like I said, just the OddsJam positive EV page using the software. So my first week itself, I was up almost 300 bucks. So if you get on the free trial, you start using the concepts talked about in this video on the OddsJam YouTube channel in general, then you'll want to sign up for the year after that 7-day free trial. But use those concepts to get yourself started. And like I said, all my bets have positive EV associated with them. And I'll talk to you exactly about how I go about finding them right now. So what I have up here is the OddsJam positive expected value page. The way the positive EV page works is OddsJam, they pull all situations in which the OddsJam perfect line. So the OddsJam perfect line, just to highlight on this a little bit, is pulled from the sharpest sportsbook in the world. So we deem the OddsJam perfect line as the most accurate line, the most representative line of what the actual odds should be. The way this makes sense is that every single sportsbook is going to have their own different algorithm, their own different model of how they're pricing odds. And sometimes they're wildly different. So we view the OddsJam perfect line as the most accurate, as the sharpest line. And we use this page to identify examples in which you are getting more favorable odds on another sportsbook. So that's how we find positive expected value bets. So for this, just for this one, for example, the Golden State Warriors, it looks like the play here is on -1.5 first half spread. The OddsJam perfect line prices that at +135. BetMGM looks like we're getting it at +155. So that difference from +135 to +155 is where you have positive expected value. Looks like that percent is about 4.7%. The wider the gap between the perfect line and the odds we're betting it at, the higher percent. But there's a couple things I want to note. So a lot of questions I get is, So does that mean I can bet every single play on the OddsJam perfect or on the OddsJam positive EV page? And the answer to that is no. So there's one thing that is really important to look for, and that is the market width. So market width is just a way for the OddsJam perfect line essentially to signify, dictate confidence in a line. The lower number means there's more confidence in that line. So the lower the market width, the better. The higher the market width, the worse. It means they're not as confident in how they're pricing it. So the way you calculate it for a plus and a minus, like you see here, you just subtract the two numbers. So 157 minus 135 equals 22. So this bet would have 22 cents in market width. In the general range that we look for, anything 26 cents and above is too tight of a market for me personally. So I generally sit those out. If there is one that has a wider market width that you like, I wouldn't recommend putting more than 1% of your bankroll if the market width is that wide of a market. The next the next tier is between 16 cents and 25 cents. So 26 and above is 1%. 16 and 25, that is within range. I will 100% take bets within that range. And the amount that I would feel comfortable putting in that range is 3% of your bankroll. So anything between 16 and 25 cents is a good play. That's a good market. 3% of your bankroll. The last one, the load city is what I like to call them of the market width, is anything 15 cents and below. That's an incredibly tight market. And if you're getting something that's positive expected value with that tight a market, that's a really valuable play. I would recommend putting up to 5% of your bankroll on a load city bet. Load city equals 15 cents or below. So for my locks of the day, they're all load city bets. So basically what I do is I look at the OddsJam perfect line. I look at both sides. I look at situations in which I'm getting a load city bet, and then I'll see if I actually like that for sports reasons. So for this Golden State Warriors Denver Nuggets minus 1.5 first half spread, 22 cents, I think that's a good play. It wouldn't make it for a load city bet. This next one down here, Jazz versus Mavericks, that's only 15 cents. This one did qualify. I ended up going with something else. And the last thing I'll say about the positive expected value page is now that we've identified the market width, it's important to remove the VIG. So I know anything that's on this page is going to have positive EV associated with it, but it's still important to remove the VIG to find out what the true line is. So if you're unfamiliar with what VIG or juice is, it's essentially the tax that sportsbooks price odds specifically to ensure they're profitable. So what sportsbooks don't do is they don't charge a transaction fee. So you can place a bet on FanDuel, on DraftKings. You're not going to get charged for actually placing the bet. Instead, what the sportsbooks do is they price up the odds themselves a little bit so they can accept bets on both sides. So FanDuel can accept bets both on Denver Nuggets plus 1.5, Golden State Warriors minus 1.5 from a bunch of different users, and they'll ensure that they're profitable. That's how they have their massive budgets for all the marketing you see. Is they just juice up the odds a little bit and they make money based on that. So it's important to remove the VIG. OddsJam has a calculator that does that for you. So you go to this is the OddsJam homepage. Calculators are a free version or free option of OddsJam. You go to the no VIG fair odds calculator here and you just type in both sides of the line. So for this first play here, it's minus 157 plus 135. So minus 157 plus 135 puts the true line of this market at minus 143 and plus 143. So essentially, for this bet down here, the true line is plus 143. So any situation in which you are getting odds greater than plus 143, essentially plus 145 and above, is going to be a positive expected value bet. So this one, getting it at plus 155 on BetMGM, that one has plus EV. And that's how the VIG works. It's important to remove the VIG, find out the true line, the fair odds. And now to my bet. So the play I got is in the total of the Golden State Warriors versus Denver Nuggets game. And I found the play on the over that I absolutely love. So first of all, there's only 13 cents in market width here. Minus 121 plus 108. 13 cents right there within load city range. Now let's remove the VIG. Minus 121 plus 108. Minus 121 plus 108 puts the true line of this at minus 113. So basically anything we're getting lower odds than minus 113 is going to be good to go. I got this all the way at minus 108 on WinBet. So right then and there, we know it's positive expected value. Another reason why I absolutely love this play is we see a lot of books price this total above this 223 amount. So we see BetMGM has it at 223.5. DraftKings and FanDuel, 223.5. PointsBet, same thing. Even lower, PointsBet, the true line they have it actually at is over 224 even money each way. And the OddsJam perfect line prices this at 224.5. So we're getting an over that is a whole 1.5 lower than what the true line prices it at. So that makes it a really, really valuable bet. And that's why it's my lock of the day. For basketball reasons, the Nuggets being at home, I expect them to play better offensively, and they don't really have a good defense, so I expect the Warriors to continue to just light up the scoreboard. Steph Curry came off the bench past 2 games. Warriors still blew him out, still scored a ton of points. I love this over, so I put my lock amount on it, and what I'm doing now is just adding it to my bet tracker. So OddsJam offers a bet tracker for completely free. Everything you see on my home screen here comes from the bet tracker. There are 2 reasons why I really like it. Number 1 is they tell you whether your bet is green or red in terms of generating positive or negative closing line value. So green equals good. Green means you have better odds than the closing line. And all the closing line is, the CLV you see up here, it's just the no vig odds of the OddsJam perfect line. So anywhere in which your bet is still greater than that, the no vig OddsJam perfect line, is going to be green. Anywhere where it's red, you're going to have worse odds. So for a red bet, you can try to cash it out depending on the sports book. Sometimes you're not always able to, which is okay. Obviously, not every red bet loses like you see here, and not every green bet wins as you see here. The goal is just to stack as many green bets on top of each other, cash out as many red ones, because the more often you're beating the closing line, that's when your profits are going to rise. So like anything pretty much above 50% is good. Mine is all the way up at just above 73%, which is very good. The way I've been able to get it like that is just the process that I've detailed in this video and in my player props article you see in the description. And the last one, my favorite part of the bet tracker, is it auto grades your bets for you. So all these pending bets you see here, OddsJam will auto grade them for me as won or lost, so I won't need to go in and manually mark a bet as won or lost. OddsJam will do it for me. And then, like I said, all the information you see here is taken from the OddsJam bet tracker. So it's completely free. I'll definitely recommend signing up for the bet tracker if you're not signed up anywhere. It doesn't cost any money, so you can at least sign up there. But as far as my lock of the day goes, like I said, Nuggets, Warriors over 223, minus 108 on WinBet. So if you're tailing, let me know. I would love to hear it. You can hit me up at my Twitter handle below. You can also comment on the video, provide your feedback that way. Of course, like I said, would appreciate a like on the video, and most importantly, if you could subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel, invest in your betting education. But as far as this video goes, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.